I think if there's one other takeaway, it's that not everything is actionable. Not everything is it's you can sue for. And I think I don't know that that's still the case, but you have to look out for yourself. You know, whether you're job search, and just know what your rights are.
Yeah. That's a great point, Ken. I say that to people 10 times a week. And I'll say even beyond, even if it is actionable, the question is it right for you? So there's a difference. You said before somebody kind of fallen down and they can stand back up. Yeah, if you're in your 20s through your 40s, I'm going to be saying, are you sure you really want to take the time and trouble? Because it's going to take you time, right? You're going to be answering discovery for the next 2 years and depositions and whatnot. Or can you go elsewhere and do well? I say to people, the best revenge is a well-lived life. You get to drop it, walk that way. I've had
Mm-hmm.
people call me years later and say, I was pissed at you at the time that you said that, but it turned out to be exactly the right thing to do. But sometimes things are even actionable and they're ultimately maybe not worth doing. Where it becomes much closer as a question is when you're 60 and this was probably your last job, or you thought it was your last job, and you put in 35 years, like my rocket guy, right? I would have been upset with him for not filing that lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where's he going? Right? There's already, you're walking into age discrimination. The fact that he has a lawsuit pending and the new prospective employer found that out. There's he's almost got to do it at that point. But again, it's up to them. But I do look at age as a very important factor. I'm not saying that a 25-year-old or a 35-year-old can't have a case for some type of discrimination. Of course they can. But I look at it more like what's the survival rate? Right? If you got a problem at 35 and the same problem is affecting a 65-year-old, it's not even a close question. I mean, not all lawyers probably raise that issue. I do. I want to know, how's this going to fit for you, for your family, your loved ones, all of it. How are you going to feel? Are you psychologically geared for this? Do you suffer from depression? If I have somebody who's already on a disability reasonable accommodation for emotional problems, I'm going to strongly advocate that they not file a case against the former employer. That's going to be hell for them. The terrible things that they were feeling on the job are going to multiply when they get into depositions. So we have to think of these things. We got to look at the person, not, like when I was a young lawyer, it was like, it's about the fight. Let's get in there. I'm going to knock that other lawyer off their horse. And my poor client is getting dragged through, kind of hooked to my horse with a rope and just getting pulled. Do you like it? Is it good for you? You got to think about these things.